have here the viscosity data, and we're going to use it to generate a excuse me, individuals and moving range chart. So as with all the other control charts, it's under the Stat tab, Control Charts, and this time we are looking for a chart for individual values. And I can get the individuals and moving range chart on the same plot, much like X bar and R. Or I could, if I want to, individual charts and an individual moving range. But I'm going to do both together as that's more efficient anyway. All right, the window opens up, and we are going to plot the viscosity data. Now, if I look down at my viscosity data, there's only one data point for each batch, which is why this is referred to as an individuals, because you're not going to calculate means for this, at least not for each individual batch number. And if I go to IMR options, let's see, under the estimate for the standard deviation, we would use the average moving range, and that's the default anyway. And the length of the moving range is usually 2 points. So again, we would leave that on. Okay, so here I have my chart, and I can see that I have an out of control point at batch number 4 on the individuals chart, and I also see that same thing on the moving range chart. So notice now that my center line gives me a mean, because this is the mean of all the individual batches, and down below here on the moving range we get an average moving range for each one of these sets. Now, if we were going to go on and use these data for phase 2, which is our monitoring phase, we would want to take out batch number 4 from our calculations, assuming that there is an assignable cause for that. So if I go back in and edit my last dialog box, and I go to my IMR options, when it comes to estimate, I'm going to omit row number 4 from my calculations. And I say OK again and again. And now, if I can get these side by side, let's see. All right, so now when I look at this, my new chart says that data point number 4 was omitted during the calculations. And if I look here, without data point number 4, the average of all these individuals was 33.9889. Whereas originally it was 34.088. So my average has come down a bit because I've taken out that high value. And as for my moving range, let's see, the average moving range initially was 0.573, and that should also come down. And here it is on the new chart with 0.426. So this is the chart we would use for any subsequent data.